I'm Holden Douglas here at Crypto.com Arena, where the Kings were torched by the Flames 5-1. In the regular season finale, the Kings already had a playoff spot locked up, and they looked like a team that was just ready for the playoffs. They came out flat, unenergetic, and they played really poorly. However, the bright spot in this game was Taylor Ward. Ward made his NHL debut, and he was able to score a goal. Jordan Spence got an assist on the play. Both players and Coach Hiller said about what it took in his debut performance.
Spence, how tricky are these games to play at the end of the year when you guys are kind of locked into where you need to be? Obviously, you're looking ahead a little bit to game one, but you still have to go out there and play in this one too.
Yeah, I mean, it is a little tricky. You know, I think we had a lot of adrenaline against Edmonton, and you know, we had a good win against Seattle, but you know, it's you know, we still wanted to win the game, and you know, clearly we weren't good enough. So, I mean, at the end of the day, we just got to move on, and game one. So we're really excited.
Speaking of moving on, great season you guys have had. We know all the numbers. Now it goes back to 0-0 for everybody. It's like you start over now, right? I mean, you have to refocus your mind that way?
Yeah, I think we're more excited. You know, we're trying to win the Stanley Cup, and I think we have to refocus on our way of play, on our goals. You know, we're playing against Edmonton again, so we're really excited, to be honest with you, to go against them again and have that matchup.
How about the long rest? I mean, you used to playing every other day. Now you've been playing every other day for like 3 months, and you're going to get a break. Is that good or bad?
To be honest, I think it's good. You know, we have a little rest to, you know, just get ready for the playoffs. I mean, you know, maybe there's some guys that are banged up a little bit, so I think having maybe like 3 days off or something like that is pretty crucial for the guys that are kind of banged up. And you know, we're gonna get right back to playing practices and getting ready. So we're really excited.
Edmonton's getting healthier. How much does your experience with them over the season now help you going into the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, you know, when we played against them last game, when we played against them in Edmonton, you know, pretty much a quarter of their team wasn't playing. So obviously it's going to be a different game, different matchup. You know, the tempo is going to be higher. It's going to be stronger. So, you know, it's best on best. I mean, we're going to have a full lineup, and they're going to have a full lineup. So, you know, we're really excited for the challenge, and you know, it'll be a good series.
You played with Taylor Ward in Ontario. You saw the work that he's put in to get to this point. How special was it, not just to see him get the debut, but then to score, you know, the goal for you guys today?
Yeah, he had a lot of chances today. You know, we stood up every time he had the chance, and you know, it was bound to happen. You know, he played really well today. He was always in the right area, trying to finish the chances, and it was pretty cool to have, you know, 5 guys that came from the rain to, you know, for him to score that goal. So it was pretty special, and we know that, you know, he's been working hard with the rain, so we were actually really excited for him to get called up and play with us.
Thanks, Jordan.
Thank you.
You got an assist on that goal too.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Very happy, very excited for me and my family, and I hope they enjoyed it. I'm sure they did. So yeah, it was a great night all around.
So we were just talking with Jordan Spence, and on your goal, 5 guys who played for the Reign all on the ice there. How cool was that to have guys that you played with in the minors kind of all chip in on your first goal?
It's incredible. I mean, I don't know if it's that surprising. They do such a good job down there developing guys, and it was just really cool to be out there with all my buddies to celebrate together there. It was very cool, and something I'll remember forever.
You're one of the best players on the ice tonight, and you had great chances, you know, particularly in the first period. And how much did you want to score that goal to keep digging in like that?
I wanted to score very bad. You know, I was hoping I could have got a little earlier with some of the chances I had, but very happy I got one in tonight. It's just an incredible feeling.
What do you get for that? Puck and what else? Just the puck?
I'm not sure. I don't really need too much. Maybe a picture. That's maybe all I need.
Were you able to find your family after the goal? I know they were shown on the broadcast. What's that like to be able to share that with them?
Oh, it's incredible. I haven't seen them yet. I saw a couple seconds of their reaction on the Jumbotron. Just very cool moment. For them to be here and experience that tonight was almost more important. you know, for them to experience it and for me. So very happy they were able to see that tonight, and gonna get out there and give them a hug here pretty soon.
I know any debut would have been special, but was it a little more special to do it with a team that your dad played for, you know, when he was in the league?
Yeah, it's really cool. I was looking at the old pictures on the wall over there before the game, and I saw my old man in one of them, and it's pretty cool. I saw somewhere it's the first father-son duo in the Kings, so that's pretty cool. I'm pretty proud about that. So.
Thanks.
Cool. Congrats.
Hey Jim, we know the numbers. You guys had a great season, all the records. Now you're 0-0 starting the playoffs. Does that take a sort of mental recalibration, or I mean, it's just the way it is, but is that a difficult transition?
Oh, I don't think so. I hope not. If you looked at tonight's game, you might think so. But through 81, we played a lot of playoff style games. I think we had to have success. So I think we're okay that way.
Is it just more relief at this point? It's over, it's done, everyone's healthy, move on, a couple days off.
Yeah, I mean, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed we didn't win the game. So I haven't hit the relief stage yet. I'm more in the pissed off stage, but we'll get there, I guess.
How about being happy for Taylor and him popping a goal,
That-
and the history of his dad playing?
Sure. That was the positive to take out of the night for sure. We were all really happy for him. I thought he played really well. He had other chances. We saw that. He was around the puck. So, despite getting the goal, I thought he impressed. His overall game, he was good. Did a really good job. That was the real bright spot, I thought, from the entire game.
On his game, it was him and 4 other guys who had come through the system and played on the Reign. Is it kind of special to see all 5 of those guys out there together and contribute on a big moment for him?
Yeah, I think so for sure. They were really excited for him. Obviously, like everybody's excited for him, but they had spent countless hours on the buses and all that kind of stuff, and everybody trying to reach the pinnacle of the NHL. So to be out there together and assist on his goal, I know that crew was really, really happy for him.
You guys have been playing every other day for, it seems like forever, and now you get 3 days off at this time of year. Is that good? I mean, guys get to heal, but you're kind of in a rhythm. Is that good or bad?
No, I think it's probably good. We could take a day off and just get away from it all and get the relief that we're talking about. And then 2 good days of practice. I think it's important. We'll have one day that we kind of focus in on some Edmonton stuff, and then one day where we just go, and then the marathon starts all over again. So no, I don't mind this. I don't mind the 3 days. I think we could use a break.
So why are you pissed off in a meaningless game?
I like to win. It's a game. Yeah, I think our players are pissed off too, right? I think you're competitive, and you want to win. And I didn't see it as meaningless in any way, shape, or form. I guess maybe in the standings you could say that, but it's hard out there. And when you're not quite, if you come into the frame of mind that maybe this one's a little less important, or I'm a little tired today, you don't have a good game. It's hard. That's how good the league is. And I'll take the time to say what a great season for Calgary, because nobody gave them a lot of probability to make the playoffs this year. And you see how they played. They beat us 3 times. I got nothing but respect for their team, their coaches. They worked every night, most nights that the 3 games we saw them for sure, and I would say most nights they got 96 points, somebody told me, right? They played hard consistently. And so we like to think we did the same thing. We got over the bar, we're happy about that. But when you play hard, man, it makes it hard.
But no concern about a carryover effect?
No concern about that. No, not at all. Just want to win the game. And you got your equipment on, you're out there sweating, you're banging into people, win the game.
What were you most disappointed with?
No, I won't get into any of that stuff. I'll just leave it at that. And I'll get over it. But I mean, not yet.
Does playing against a healthier Edmonton team provide more motivation now for the players and they better be really sharp?
Again, we just play. It doesn't matter who you play. You got to be sharp. You got to be sharp. It's the only way you got a chance, is if you're sharp. They're going to be sharp. We're going to be sharp. That's what the beauty of the playoffs is everybody realize, okay, it's on. So that sharpness comes pretty naturally, I think.
It's almost like people have been talking about this since training camp. Oh, you guys and the Oilers, and now it's finally here again. It's almost like the start of a heavyweight fight that everyone's been waiting for.
Oh, well, we've been at it for about 7 months or something like that. So for us, I know you've been talking about it. It's a lot of work to get here. It's a lot of work to get here. And we're proud to be here. We're proud of the regular season we had. Extremely proud. As an organization, as a city, as fans, we had some lousy times with the city this year, and it was. Hopefully, we provided some entertainment, and I thought we battled really hard. But it is over. It is over, and we look to the next game. And now let's go again. New challenge.
Jim, when Mike Stothers was in Ontario, he would talk about the pride he had when he sent players up to LA and they had success. What does it say about Marco and the job that he's done in Ontario that guys like Taylor can just kind of fit in? Yeah,
it's a really good point. It's Marco and it's his staff too, because I know, it takes the whole staff for sure, because there's just so much that goes into it. But they've not just this year. Let's take it back. They did a great job. The guys that we started this year with Turk again, and with Sammy started, and Andre Lee started the season. Spenny, Clark. So there's a lot. It's a long list. And all the guys that came up, we bring Malott up for a game. He does outstanding. He plays and plays and plays, and they haven't seen him since. Mordo comes up, plays extremely well. So, those guys do a terrific job, no question. And so important for an organization.
Thanks, Jim.
Okay.
Thanks, Jim.
Now that the regular season is over, the Kings will be matched up against the Oilers for the 4th year in a row. The Kings lost their last 3 years, but this is the best team Los Angeles has. And if the Kings are going to defeat the Oilers, this would be the year. Game 1 is on Monday against the Oilers here at Crypto. If the Kings, if they want to win this series, they need to come out swinging in Game 1. Reporting from Crypto.com Arena, I'm Holden Douglas with Infanity TV.